Coming up next on the Pro Wrestling Show, major news. WWE SmackDown lands a new home, a new network home that you won't believe. That is a plus. All In, what's the situation with that? Where they're gonna have more filming to get this stuff production going, and your favorite ring reports from Raw, SmackDown, Impact Wrestling. All new Pro Wrestling Show starts right now. Everyone, welcome to this brand new edition of the Pro Wrestling Show. I'm your host as always, Kendrick Dix, here on this Saturday morning. You cannot believe it, Saturday night. Man, it's morning, Saturday night, wherever you're watching. You can watch us anywhere, from any time, here on Connect TV. Thanks for your time, your patience, your effort with respect here on Connect TV. Use the hashtag PSW right here where you won't miss a thing. I mean, you won't miss a thing. And we have this and more. Alright, let's get started with the Raw Ring Report. On Monday Night Raw this week, man oh man, a big name returned back to WWE. Stephanie McMahon returned, and she told Kurt Angle they wanted water on the bridge after their little incident with the mixed tag team match between her and Triple H and Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. They wanted to make things right again, and Stephanie told Kurt Angle that she would be overseeing the Women's Championship match contract signing between Ronda Rousey and Nia Jax. Things did get a little bit interesting at first when Stephanie was playing on both sides, and she became the biggest villain of all, and made me love Stephanie McMahon even more because of her villainous side, her personality, her cadence, her style, her grace of getting the job done. You know, playing to each year, to Ronda and Nia, to not be friends with each other where they was at the red carpet for the upfronts, but be serious competitors. And you're going to see that Money in the Bank, because Ronda Rousey win her first single match on the WWE as the Raw Women's Champion, or with Nia Jax sent Ronda Rousey back where she came from, UFC, with her take her ball and go home. If she did UFC, we'll find out more. Plus, Natalya qualifies for Money in the Bank after defeating the Riot Squad, whatever, feeding them, and she earns her Money in the Bank slot. And it was mainly it, like nothing really. Roman Reigns went against Kevin Owens to kick off the show, and Jinder Mahal interfered and got his retribution. But Jinder and Roman Reigns would meet one-on-one at Money in the Bank. Two former WWE champions collide in the ring at Money in the Bank. Let's see if this experiment will work for WWE, if they can get Roman over with Jinder. I don't think it's going to work, but hey, them trying. Plus, Braun Strowman went against Finn Balor in the main event. Braun won as usual, but Braun signifying that he wants to be the Money in the Bank champion, and he's going to cash in that briefcase whenever he wants. I'm hoping that he wins it, because if he wins it, he can probably cash in on Brock when Brock be a fighting champion. Brock Lesnar been holding that belt for like too long, almost close to going on 2 years. Alright, that ends the Raw Ring Report for this week. Let's head over to the SmackDown Ring Report. On SmackDown this week, man oh man, Naomi qualifies for Money in the Bank. Lana qualifies for Money in the Bank. So the women's landscape is appearing, like we say on Raw, there's an opening. There'll be a last chance battle royal, and we'll see on that who's gonna win that. I think Sasha Banks gonna win that one, so cross my fingers Sasha wins that one. None of the official other women. Sasha Banks could get back on the roll, or Bayley, one or two. But interesting dynamic, the center round where The Miz started the show, and he wanted to know who in between the New Day was going to be the man in the Money in the Bank. And New Day playing mind games, never told Miz, and Miz went against Big E, who I believe is going to be in the briefcase match. Well, we'll see and find out on that. But Miz is likely to win Money in the Bank. It's alleged, so we'll just say that because we don't want to spoil the surprises. That's why I believe Miz should win, and Miz allegedly would win. So we have to find out on that. Speaking of champions, the tag team championship situation changed where the Bludgeon Brothers found them new challenges instead of the Usos. The Bludgeon Brothers will go against Carl Gallison and Anderson one-on-one. So it's going to be interesting to see the Bludgeon Brothers against Anderson and Gallows, former tag team champions, get a crack at the SmackDown tag team titles. And speaking of Anderson Gallows' brethren, AJ Styles, the WWE champion, went face to face with Shinsuke Nakamura, and Nakamura named the stipulation for their match in Money in the Bank. I was thinking they was battling outside throughout the whole segment of the match. You think it was going to be a Falls Count Anywhere, no holds barred match or something, a street fight or something like that. But it turned out to be a last man standing match. So when Nakamura did the count and AJ didn't respond with the 10 count, that's why I knew, like, he's counting. When he's counting the 6 and 5, I said this got to be a last man standing match, and it turned out to be. So we're gonna see for the championship, AJ Styles defend against Shinsuke Nakamura in a last man standing match. And then you got to wonder if they're planting the seeds for whoever wins that briefcase. Now we know Brock is not going to be attending Money in the Bank. Will AJ lose his title to a SmackDown superstar, whoever wins that briefcase? If Miz wins it, this is my scenario. Hear me out. If Miz wins, AJ's going to be, if Nakamura, AJ wins barely that match, AJ ain't going to be in enough shape to wrestle. And Miz will capitalize, hit the move, and beat AJ Styles for the championship after AJ Styles being a gruesome, battered, beating last man standing match after Shinsuke gave him all. And that's what I think is going to happen. So we'll go with that for now. But if it comes to fruition, I'd be shocked myself. I need to be a promoter. Alright, and finally on SmackDown Report, first time ever, Daniel Bryan went against Jeff Hardy one-on-one, and the match was amazing. Daniel Bryan wins, and he goes against Samoa Joe, and the last men's Money in the Bank qualifier. So if Daniel Bryan defeats Samoa Joe, Daniel Bryan is one step closer to being in the ladder match, vying for that championship whenever time he wants, and he'll be close enough to Miz. But hey, we'll see how that far out. It's not far from it. So that is the SmackDown Ring Report. When we return, we're gonna have hot topics, where big development news going on, where is WWE SmackDown, the show itself, going to a major network, plus superstars, championships, and records. You don't want to miss it when the Pro Wrestling Show comes your way. When we return, stay tuned.
Case the producer.
TV. Use the hashtag PSW. You don't want to miss a thing. And thank you all for watching this pro wrestling show when real wrestling fans, where real wrestling matters. And maybe down the road, if you are a wrestling fan, I'm not always, I'm like wrestling, but then again, you want to expand, you want to try things new. We might do an NBA show coming this fall. So just to carry around the league, because we just didn't want to do it then, just to say, oh, we got an NBA show because the finals coming this week. So I like the NBA. My favorite team is the Hawks. The Hawks. Most people like, what? It's a wrestling show. Alright, I stick to wrestling. Alright, let's get to hot topics. Alright, hot topics this week. WWE released a list of all the current champions, the male champions, and see at their record right here. As you can see right there. As you can see right there, Brock stands for the being Universal Champion. Days is 416 days as Universal Champion. Many people are saying he's close enough to surpass CM Punk's record as the longest reigning champion in the modern day era. I think they want to surpass that and surpass CM Punk and sponge him from the record books, because CM Punk doesn't matter to WWE and WWE doesn't matter to CM Punk no more. So it's a win-win for both. Alright, as you see right there, Pete Dunne, the United Kingdom champion, where soon he'll be they'll be having like UK tournament finals part 2, where he'll be looking to see who will be challenging him for his championship. And he stands at 360 odd plus days. And AJ Styles is holding the WWE Championship for 197 days after winning from Jinder Mahal on SmackDown. And AJ, many people are claiming that he is truly the deserving champion. If anybody should surpass records, it should be AJ. But at this moment, AJ is at 197 days, 200, almost at 200 days. So that's a record in one month in itself. That's amazing. In the Ring of Honor alum, the Undisputed Era, the combination of Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and now Roger Strong in that addition are at 154 days as champions. So this is as NXT tag team champions. So this is a milestone for each of these WWE superstars. And congratulations for AJ and Brock, but Brock hasn't been pinned in 14 years. The first man that pinned him was AJ Guerrero. So AJ Guerrero's the last man to pin Brock Lesnar. I thought John Cena was. That's what I thought. I think it was. But hey, it is what it is. All right. Speaking of that, Cody Rhodes Star-Studded Labor Day weekend event, All In, is in the process of, at the moment, not filming, but Cody wants to change that and try to get production involved, but he's going to do the basics. So, to get people who ain't going to see the event in person at home like you and me to see it on pay-per-view or streaming devices. Now, this is a tremendous opportunity for Cody, because Cody can use the Fight Network. Since the Fight Network wants to do something, incorporate that, Cody. That's one thing he's going to do. He's going to use like streaming devices. Say, hey, we want to make this big. Fight Network might partner with him, and they might, go through the litigations and legalities and stuff like that to help make everything equipped. I think he'll get it filmed some kind of way. Somebody will offer to film it. Watch, believe me. Alright, speaking of Cody's wife, Brandy gets in a heated altercation with a fan on Twitter about Brandy, line of work. But Brandy defended herself and defended her husband, as you see right here, Twitter, these messages. And this fan really saying that she didn't really have nothing besides WWE, and Cody's brainwashing her. Hey, look here, man. Look at fan. Brandy Rose is a beautiful woman. Cody Rhodes is lucky to have her. Cody Rhodes, you're a lucky man. You're a lucky man. But Brandy defending herself and her husband, that showed a lot of courage and a lot of character from Brandy, because these fans these days, they don't care who you are. They want to rip you to shreds because you're a public figure and you have to take it. But then Brandy's a human being like everybody else. So, respect. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, like my mom said, my grandma say, don't say it at all, because that causes it to trigger even more. Alright, Impact Wrestling putting out the challenge to any UK promotion to partner up with them to have a supercard. Now, that in all terms, it seems okay, but then again, it seems a little bit desperate, because now you really don't have nobody that don't want to partner with you because of the tarnished brand name, but you're trying to rebuild it, and I understand that. Maybe they ought to be partnered. Well, WWE got ICW in progress. I don't know. I believe that maybe they need to partner with Defiant Wrestling, since they are hot commodity in the UK. I would have partnered with probably ICW in Defiant, but you never know. Impact trying, so I give them that. They trying. Also, former Impact founder Jeff Jarrett announced he's partnered with the Fight TV network after being inducted to the Hall of Fame a couple months ago. Jeff Jarrett partnered with the Fight Network TV to produce some shows. We don't know if it's going to be for Global Force Wrestling or what. We had to see it's hard to believe, but we'll have to see till we believe it. Jarrett last venture was with Impact until he mutually parted ways with him, and then finally he came back to the WWE as a Hall of Famer. So Jarrett's trying to get his swing of things back into wrestling. So let's hope that Jarrett finds what he's looking for. And I like Jeff Jarrett. He's a good, you can tell he's a down to earth guy. And they did that table for 3, which it was entertaining with Jeff Jarrett. Alright, WWE wants to increase its pay-per-views to 4 hours, and then increase the major pay-per-views to 5 hours. Now, even talking about WrestleMania being increased to 7 hours, that's impossible. They don't need to do that. That's too long. That's too long. They said the reason they want to do it because it's in the New York area, and WWE don't have no restrictions on the network because they can just film in there, and that's just too long. 4 hours is good enough for. I wish they would go back to the standard pay-per-view, like normal pay-per-views 3 hours, and then the big 4 hours. Come on. Come on, WWE, what you thinking? Alright. There are rumors and there are signs out there that CM Punk may show up at the all-night event for Labor Day thing. According to an insider, said CM Punk was backstage waiting for this to happen to see his friends, the Young Bucks and Cody. And he gave an indication that he may just come because the merchandise thing, he sold out. Starcast, he's going to appear, sold out. So I wouldn't even be shocked if CM Punk even showed up. Now, this is going to be something, but Punk has a fight scheduled coming up next month in the UFC. So let's hope if he can, muster his way, get into his fight, and then he comes. But if he don't, you might have to consider wrestling another option, man. I'm just telling you. but if I was running a company, or I was running WWE, I would get him back. But he's not in good terms with WWE, and I don't get why these other promotions like a Ring of Honor and the Impact don't want to sign him. He can turn the needle. I get Ring of Honor they have a viable business, but. And I understand it, but you would think Impact would try to launch them, but they ain't got no money themselves. They trying to stay afloat like that. But wrestling is just going through a turn. WWE just the end all be all. Alright. Vince Russo has become the center of controversy this week as Russo appeared on 83 Weeks podcast with Eric Bischoff. let's take a look what Bischoff had to say about Vince Russo as being Vince Russo. Take a look. Bischoff saying a lot that Russo didn't claim what he once was. So I think Bischoff's kind of like he thought he was this and that. He thought he was the savior of the WWE. But it turned out Vince McMahon was the filter, and Vince Russo came over there. And many people saying Vince Russo killed WCW, but yeah, actually Vince Russo did kill WCW, WCW, AOL killed WCW. AOL, if AOL didn't do that, drop WCW would still be in business by now. So I'm telling you. And Russo was also on something else to wrestle with Bruce Prichard and Conrad Thompson. You know, they had something to say. They even talked about it on his podcast years ago. So Vince Russo has been in the news, you know, keeping himself relevant as late. Alright, that is hot topics for this week. Let's move over to the Impact Ring Report. On the Impact Ring Report, man, it really wasn't, nothing really was going on. Just ain't nothing stood out. It was just a dead show to me. It's just that Impact got they had good wrestling matches, but I was busy watching their wrestling product, to be honest. I'm being honest about that. And shout out to Booker T. Booker T, thank you very much for shouting me out, and I appreciate that. You really don't know, I deeply appreciate that. And then you, like you told me, spread the word. I'm gonna spread the word. Watch Booker T's Reality of Wrestling when it pops up. Watch it on the Fight TV app. You don't want to miss it. Thanks again, Book. I'm gonna see you one day. Meet you, and have dinner with you, Book. Have dinner with your brother. Your brother, y'all seem like y'all two really cool dudes. I'm telling you. All right, but I was busy watching the Reality of Wrestling, to be literally honest with you. But nothing stood out. Like it wasn't nothing. I seen a little bit of Eli Dragons. I seen that they were doing something, the X little signal, which whatever that means. Moose went against Congo Kong in the main event, and Moose won. And they building Moose, and they're building Cage. So you know they got some stars on the rise, like Moose, Congo Kong, Eli Drake is already an established star. So you know, Allie going against Su Yung for the women's championship in a casket match. You know, I don't know. It wasn't really, nothing stood out, to be honest. But hopefully when they have Under Pressure and Austin Aries and Pentagon Jr., let's see how that far goes. But nothing really stood out to me. But Moose did. The only thing that stood out was Moose and the thing with Mr. X. I'm being honest about it. And then Booker T popped up and gave me a shout out, so I'm thankful for that. But so hey, I'm blessed. I'm blessed and highly favored. So yeah, I hope you are out there. So one thing I know is thank you all for joining us here on the Pro Wrestling Show. I've been Kendrick saying so long, and we'll see you next week here on PSW.